April 24th. This is the Pawpaw update. This is the big bird, free bird Pawpaw. You can see a little bit of green growth just on the edges there, which is awesome. Means it survived the winter. Let's shift over to the one that's next to it. Look at that green growth. Yeah, buddy. Okay, that's a good sign. This one totally died. I saw new growth coming in. You can see what past videos. This is from stick in the ground. It's about a foot high and it's growing. Hi, chicks. Okay, let's go to the next one. Hi. Hi, girls. How you doing? Okay, this one, the other, look at that growth right there. Yep, we're getting some growth there. If you go up, it is, I can't see much green. There is some, maybe up at the top there. It's hard to see on the video. But this one, there is some growth. I hope that it just doesn't grow from down there. That would really suck, because then I have to start over. Okay, let's go to the next one. I do have a surprise towards the very end of this video. Let's go to the next one though. Here's the Prima. Look at the growth. Yes, buddy. And this one is pretty symmetrical. It's weird. Like the growth patterns, you can see that there's a little bit of green in there. Let's get a better view. Maybe can't see green, but it is green on the outside edges. I'm getting some new growth, but it tends to be lateral with this one. It is just left and right on its growth pattern. There isn't much dimensionality to it, which I thought was kind of interesting. This is its second year in the ground. I'm gonna leave it semi-covered and semi-uncovered, see if it can last this summer. Okay, next one. This one has been in the ground the longest. This is the KSU Atwood. And look at that. Yes. Now you might ask, what on earth is all of this? Well, I'm just letting this grow here because I want to have some green shade this guy. And this is, I think it's a dandelion plant, if I remember correctly. Maybe I could eat this and find out. But ideally, it's gonna grow and shade off this during the summer. I also planted some sunflowers. Hopefully you can hear me. Sunflowers there. There are other sunflowers that are in here that haven't come up yet, but those are gonna grow and help shade the pawpaws. I'm trying something new due to feedback that I got from the community. Thank you for the feedback. Here is somebody's big girl pawpaw. Look at that growth. Zoom in. Yes. So here we're getting some growth the end of April. Now we're gonna go up the hill to the other two pawpaws. And behold, a miracle. This is the Susquehanna pawpaw. Look at that growth. Yes. So I'm talking about. This one didn't grow very much this last year. And now it's growing pretty good. And now we're going over to this one. This one's the Avatar. Look at that growth. Get in the sun. There we go. And ta-da! Well, if I could ta-da it. There we go. Ta-da! Look at that. Right there. You know what that is? That is a flower. It's flowering. It's going to flower. Isn't that crazy? So freaking crazy. This is the first year in the ground. This is the Avatar pawpaw. I don't know why it would be flowering, but that's the only thing that is flowering right now on the pawpaws. So I'm going to remove it, but I'm just so excited that it feels like it has enough energy to be able to grow flowers. Hopefully we'll get a couple of feet of growth this year. I'm not going to shade these as much as I have in the past because I don't know if that stunts their growth or not out here in the desert. These should grow good out here. But any feedback would be beneficial. That goes over my 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 pawpaws that I have in the pawpaw patch. This is the free bird pawpaw, and it looks to be dead. If you look down towards the base, let's see if I can. That means that some animal got in here and ate the trunk. They went almost the entire distance around the trunk, which really sucks because now I'm pretty sure it's dead. Let's do a test and see. Yeah, that's not good. Let's go down a little bit further and see. Yep, no green, it's dead. That sucks. Okay, the free bird, toast, gone, dead. But this is one of my longest lasting pawpaws. This one's the Casey Atwood pawpaw. I have 2 layers of the shade cloth over it. 1, 2. These 2 layers of shade cloth have really helped protect this pawpaw, and it has grown really, really well since covering it with these 2. I think what I will do this next year is cover all of my pawpaws with plastic because they have not been growing vertically very much. They keep dying off at the tops, and then it forces more of a bushy growth. But this one is looking really good because it's protected from the sun most of the time. If we go over to this one was a seedling, a prime seedling, and if you look at it, it looks pretty darn good, actually. And I have had this one in the ground. This is its 2nd full year in the ground. It should be taller than this. It is currently only 2 feet tall. Last year, it was up to here, and now it's just getting smaller. So I have no idea what's going on. The heat is probably just killing them and making them die back, which really sucks. So I need to figure out something soon to get these to grow better. There's this one. Then I have this one. This was also a seedling. Oh, I'm incorrect. This one was the seedling. The previous one was the Prima Pawpaw. This one started to grow good after our heat, and now it's growing really well. Our temperatures are about 90 degrees. I have a shade covering that goes over the whole top of it, so it shades it. And then in the evening, I have this other shade cover that I put on top when the wind is not bouncing around everywhere. So that way it's getting some sun, but then also being covered. This was a seedling also that was planted a couple of years ago, and it died. Maybe I'll link the video of that one in here, but it died because this wire fence kept falling on top of it because of the high winds that we'd get, and it would just snap it. It snapped it. I thought it was dead, so I planted another pawpaw. There's the Freebird pawpaw that's right next to it, and this started growing. This year, it is as big as the Freebird right there. So Freebird, and then this Primo seedling. Crazy. Why is it growing so much taller than the other one? So I think I need to create a better humid environment for these. Initially, I was thinking when I wrapped these forms around here with the shade cloth that it was just turning into an oven and cooking them. So what I think I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take and build a tunnel here that will be open on each end, and that tunnel will allow for air to come through, but it'll also protect them fully from the sun, because I think the sun's here is just destroying them. But I've seen some people in Vegas that have grown pawpaws successfully, and they get hotter in Vegas, but they also get more humidity than we do here in St. George. So that is the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pawpaws that I have down here. Then we're gonna go up and look at the 2 pawpaws that are at the top of the hill. This pawpaw is the Avatar. It was doing great, and now it just looks jacked. I don't know what's going on anymore. What's going on with my pawpaws? This is its first full year in the ground, and it was doing okay. It was growing pretty good. Still is green at the tips there, so that's a good sign. I just don't know why it's not growing. Now temperatures are down. I feel like I'm watering enough. I come down to the soil here, and look at that. I mean, you can see that the soil is pretty good. There are some feeder roots that are going on in there. It's not too wet. It's not too dry. Maybe I need to just put more mulch down because it's considered to be subtropical, which I will do this year. This other one here, there's the Susquehanna. It was also growing really good in the spring, and then summer hit, it was holding on really well, and now in the fall, it's starting to die off. So maybe it's just a part of the cycle, not quite sure. Would love to get more information on how to make these things grow in a desert environment, but it doesn't seem like anybody really knows. So I'm just gonna have to experiment with some other things. Changes that I'm gonna make this next year. During the winter, I'm gonna put more mulch on the ground, and then I'm also going to place them in a small greenhouse until they get established for a couple years. Then we'll see if they can withstand the heat and temperature after they have become more established. I don't know, experiment, we'll see what happens. But if you know how to grow pawpaws in the desert successfully, please let me know. Maybe I need to water them every single day. I've tried to hold back and not water them every day, but I might need to, just because we don't get enough humidity. But any information would be appreciated. Thought I'd give everybody an update on the pawpaws and what is working, what is not. Obviously, what I'm currently doing is not working because they're not growing. They're just surviving. Okay, have a stellar day.